Good Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Monday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Joseph Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Monday evening. Looking at the radar right now, as you can see, we do have some showers that's going on. Obviously, showers and downpours going on up here near Rock Hill, Lancaster, Chester, Winsboro, as well, just to the west of Camden. Having some shower potential all the way up there. And then if you go to the MRMS as well, you can see the entire nation right here. As you go to the winter weather area, you can see that we do have some severe weather going on inside Canada, Minnesota, and North Dakota as well. We also do have some scattered rain going on throughout the entire western U.S. Every state in the west right now is receiving some rain. Kansas and Oklahoma receiving some severe weather. The Northeast looking nice and quiet. The Midwest, the Ohio Valley looking nice and quiet. Obviously, with potential tropical cyclone 8 is now pretty much no more, and is causing just some flooding issues in parts of eastern Virginia and North Carolina as well. South Carolina receiving just some downpours, but not really too much in terms of flooding. Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and Florida receiving some rain as well. So let's go on and talk about cloud cover. Cloud cover right now seems to be pretty heavy, really just up there in like the Rock Hill regions of South Carolina, Rock Hill, just the north and west of Florence as well, south of Columbia as well, maybe some kind of lighter clouds going on in the upstate of South Carolina, and then maybe even down inside of the PD region of South Carolina, we could have some clouds down there over there as well. And then as you go into cloud cover total percentage, as you move this forward, right now it's really just showing some recurring cloud cover as you go even into tomorrow morning. Still some recurring cloud cover that's pretty much like out of the low country of South Carolina and in the Midlands. A couple of clouds could still pass by though, but it's going to be tracking northwestward up there towards the upstate. So from the coast will probably be the first regions to finally start to see some clear skies, and it will go all the way up towards the upstate. Here's our current temperature: 64 in Columbia, 66 in Kingstree, 68 in Georgetown, 70 in Moncks Corner, 71 in Charleston and Walterboro, Beaufort as well, Fairfax, 71 in Augusta, 70 inside of Anderson, 68 in Greenville, maybe a bit cooler in Spartanburg, around maybe like the mid to low 60s. Rock Hill, 61, Florence, 70, Bennettsville, 70, Loris, 70, and just pretty much a bunch going on in terms of temperatures as we go through like the next like couple of minutes or so. Here's our low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures for tonight is around 65 inside Columbia, 63 inside Moncks Corner, 67 inside Charleston, 64 inside Walterboro, 67 inside Hilton Head Island, 68 inside of Myrtle Beach, 63 inside Rock Hill, 62 inside Greenville and Spartanburg, 63 in Anderson, 62 inside Greenwood, 64 inside Aiken as well. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours: around 1.5 to 2 inches possible inside Spartanburg and Rock Hill. Maybe even a good 2 to 3 inches is possible up there as well. Maybe even isolated 4 inches is possible in some regions. 1 to 1.5 inches possible in Greenville. Maybe even a half an inch to an inch possible in Anderson, Lawrence, I should say Columbia as well, Cheraw, and then maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible inside Greenwood. And Sumter as well also has a threat, tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch in Dillon, Florence, and pretty much that's about most of the regions right there. Everyone else, like including like Aiken, Orangeburg, Kingstree, only around a hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch is possible, so not really much in terms of rain. Here is our pivotal weather right here. This is our SPC outlook for tonight. And as you get through to tonight, you can see that pretty much the SPC outlook still has a marginal risk of severe weather. I think that this is going to be replaced pretty soon, or going to be released pretty soon, as I think that marginal risk is going to go away. I don't really see that threat for any type of severe weather as you go through tonight. As you go into tomorrow, no threat for any thunderstorms tomorrow. And then as you get into day 3, the entire state of South Carolina does have a threat for some regular thunderstorms, nothing really like bad. Here's our excessive rainfall outlook for tonight. Nothing really for tonight except for that slight risk that's still going on for the northern portions of South Carolina. Green marginal risk surrounds that. That will probably be gone as well pretty soon, just not really much in terms of rain. As you go into tomorrow, though, places like like Greenville, Anderson, Spartanburg, Rock Hill still have a minor risk of flooding going into tomorrow. Nothing for Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday as well. Here is our Atlantic 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the future real quick. So here is the HRRR. Yeah, we're going to move on over here towards the 18Z, and then as you continue this forward, get to around like 9 o'clock-ish or so, you can start to see that shower and thunderstorm activity start to die off. Here's what it could look like at around 2 o'clock in the morning. Again, not even remotely as much rain was falling. Just not at all. Rain will still be continuing, though. Even as you get into like around 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, showers will still be continuing in the upstate. And look at like low country of South Carolina, PD region of South Carolina, even portions of the Midlands of South Carolina is not receiving any rainfall at all as the system gets out of here. 3 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, though, still could see those shower activity going on inside Greenville, Spartanburg, like the upstate, Gaffney, Union as well, which is why we have that marginal risk of some minor flooding, just because of the low pressure. It will pretty much just be sitting on top for most of the day. And that's pretty much that. Maybe some showers continuing through Wednesday afternoon, but not much again for this low country, PD region, Midlands of South Carolina at all. Here is the tropics again. Here's potential tropical cyclone 8. Right now it's a 35-mile-per-hour storm. Additional considerable flash and urban flooding and minor river flooding is possible across southern North Carolina and northeast South Carolina through tonight. There's also a risk of isolated flash and urban flooding for the southern mid-Atlantic region and southern Appalachians through Wednesday. Gusty winds will continue along portions of the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina into this evening. Let's talk about Gordon. Gordon's over here. 35-mile-per-hour storm, the same amount of winds as potential tropical cyclone 8. But it is expected to stay a tropical depression until you get to around early Thursday morning at around 2 o'clock in the morning. It will become a tropical storm again. No threat to South Carolina with Gordon. And that's pretty much that in terms of the tropics. So let's go talk about the future real fast. Let's go on to here. Here's just one, last look if you want to check out what Gordon looked like in real time. So right now, most of the rain is going up there into North Carolina now. There still is a little disturbance off here. That's kind of trying to break apart from Gordon. You can kind of see that it was connected at first, but then it's kind of breaking off a little bit. But still causing some heavy rains in portion inside, like the coastal regions of North Carolina as well, up there towards, and it's actually kind of moving like northeastern right now. So we'll continue to watch for this rain in portions of South Carolina as we get through the next couple of days and see what happens with that. But let's talk about the forecast models and let's go to the southeast. As you go through tonight, showers, thunderstorms still are happening, even as you get into Wednesday as well. As you get into Thursday and Friday, Friday still seems like it could be a pretty calm day, actually, not really anything much. Saturday is going to be seems like it's going to be a nice Saturday and a nice Sunday as well. So it's going to be a nice weekend this weekend. And then as you get through, we have a little disturbance that we're going to be watching. Again, too far out to talk about, but right now it looks like that this could try to be something, and it's looking like it's going to try and stall out in the Atlantic. Again, don't take the numbers seriously. This would be a devastating hurricane if this was to occur, but this is over 300 hours out, so we are not going to comment on that. But, I mean, forecast model said that it's going to stall, gain some more strength, and then just slam into Florida. So, again, don't know how true this is, so we're going to ignore that for now. Not really too much of a threat right now in terms of just like big storms, just some shower and thunderstorm activity as normal, and that's pretty much that. So let's go and let's talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go on and see what everyone has to say. So let me zoom my way in here real quick. Ms. Tolliver says, good evening. Cool and cloudy day at my house, not much, if any, rain. Hope we would not get any tropical activity. We're not out the woods yet, so don't get your guard down yet, obviously, as we are still actually pretty much in the middle. This is around the most active time during our tropical season. Trail says, hi, Joseph, hello. Mr. Anthony says, good evening, JP. And then my cousin Thad says, good evening, Joseph. Good evening to both of you. Never Fooled said it's cooled towards the Davis station and gusty winds based on the open space from clearing the land and trees, but warmer weather is in Manning. Okay, so Manning, South Carolina. Thank you for the report from there. And then Miss Chevy says, good evening. Hoping for no more, I think that says no more activity. No major activity. Like I told Ms. Tolliver earlier, don't put your guard down just yet. We still could have another system come by. It's not impossible. They said that it would be an above average season, and right now, even though it may not seem like it, especially at times, and you might be like, okay, well, that might be the last thing that we'll get. I wouldn't get my guard down just yet, as some people are already talking about another area, and obviously you saw it on the model that I just showed of a full-on major hurricane. Again, might not be major, it might be a bit weaker, it might be a bit stronger, we don't know. That's over 300 hours, so I will keep you updated on that, and we'll check the trend for the next couple of days, but I definitely can see them start to issue some warnings in terms of tropical activity, in terms of that storm specifically, but we'll continue to watch for that. But that seems to be about all for comments tonight, so we're gonna go over, do our regular two-sided system forecast for San Antonio, Raleigh, and then we will hopefully be out of here for tonight. Let's go on and talk about this. In terms of San Antonio for rain, storms, not really looking at anything. The only thing that I'm really seeing is a shower that may have passed here east earlier, but it's not seeming to be like anything right now. Here is our temperature map right here. Let's continue to push this back. And while we're at it, let's check and see the likes right now. So we're at, okay, so seems like most people have hit the like button. That's good. That's good. And again, you gotta hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Make sure that you share it. Make sure that you hit the pretty much like, subscribe, share. That's pretty much all for that. And as you get into tonight for San Antonio, low temperature seems to be around 73-ish. High temperatures tomorrow around 95. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 74. High temperatures going to around 90, 91-ish going into your Wednesday for high temperatures. As you move up here to Raleigh, North Carolina, probably a completely different story because of all the stuff that's going on. Low temperatures tonight seems to be around like 68-ish. High temperatures tomorrow at around 76. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 65. and then high temperatures going to around 78, 79, maybe even a low 80 going into your Wednesday. In terms of rain, let's bring that up right here. So here this is as you go through tonight. Obviously, a lot of rain is probably still occurring right now, and they will continue even as you get into the morning hours, and then it will turn a bit more scattered. And that might be the last time you'll see rain. Cloud cover will probably still be in the area, but heavy rain will continue until around maybe like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then it'll just be spotty showers until like 11 o'clock in the morning going into tomorrow. So that's pretty much everything in terms of Raleigh. Let's talk about severe weather for both regions. So here is this. Here's excessive rainfall. Talking about tonight first, Raleigh does still have a slight risk for some excessive rainfall with all that rainfall that's still falling. Also a minor risk of flooding tomorrow. Nothing for Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And then as you go into day 1 for severe weather, days 1 through 8. Nothing for days 1 through 8, probably most likely for both regions. Yeah, it seems to be nothing for any regions at all. So that's pretty much that. So that is all that I have for tonight. Let's see if we have any more chats real quick. Let's see. I'm heading to Florida for business, hoping for no storms during my travel. If you let me know what days you are going, I will let you know what's going on during that time. I will at least try my best to let you know during that time as well. So, and then have a good night. Have a good night to you, as we are about to head out as well. Make sure that you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, because I know some people probably don't get notification for when I go live. It happens all the time, and if you do not get notifications, you might want to hit that notification bell, because that's probably why. Or if you have notification turned off for YouTube, you can turn them on. Again, completely up to you what you do with your notifications, but just know 9 o'clock every single night, might have to set a reminder or something like that if you want to get on. So that is that, and I think that's about it for tonight. Huge things are coming for the channel. I did talk about that earlier. I think like yesterday, I believe, I talked about that. And also huge opportunities for me as well, for my school as well. I have been selected to give a forecast out for pretty much in front of, I'd say pretty much for a lot of people. I'd say like in front of pretty much most of the school. So that's a pretty good opportunity for me to continue giving out weather forecasts, getting better at it. So if I had a clapping soundtrack, I would play it, but I don't have one. I'm going to have to get one. But that's pretty much in terms of just me, what's going on. So that's going to happen this week. I might send out something in terms of that. But I might show it on like a forecast or something like that. But enough about me. Congratulations, thank you so much. And okay, going through Wednesday through Saturday. I will talk about that going into tomorrow, most likely. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. Just remind me tomorrow, and I will do it tomorrow. But that's pretty much all for tonight. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Monday evening. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another forecast update. Thank you to everyone that's saying congratulations.